Hey everybody, my name is Justin Harrison, and it's a pleasure to be with you just for a few minutes to talk about doTERRA's financial plan. Super excited about this. Super relevant, especially today, but really any day, anytime, and you're gonna see why over the next few minutes. So to give some context, some history, a little over 12 years ago, like right now, our anniversary is April 25th, right? That's our 12-year anniversary as a company. And just prior to that, we spent hours and hours and hours studying how we should compensate us, the doTERRA wellness advocates, right? What is working, what's not working, what are the tried and true concepts? What you have in front of you now today is the result of all of that effort, and that is doTERRA's compensation plan. And you should know that everything that we have in our compensation plan model is proven, has a history, has a track record, even prior to doTERRA, but now 12 years of history behind us, documenting that it works. Now I'm super excited to share this with you. Here we are 12 years into this, and a lot of success and a lot of excitement, and we've never really had like an official doTERRA company sponsored and produced compensation plan video. Well, I am going to introduce that to you right now. These guys have worked hard at creating this. It's an introduction, mind you. It doesn't go in detail, in depth. We're going to do that after the video a little bit more, but it's a great taste as to the potential of what this business can generate and do for you. So let's roll the video.
The purpose of this video is to help you understand the doTERRA compensation plan. There are 5 basic ways you can earn commissions with doTERRA: through retail profit, which is earning the 25% difference between retail and wholesale pricing from your retail sales, or through a series of bonuses: Fast Start, Power of 3, Unilevel, and bonus pools. Before we begin, there's a common acronym you will hear throughout this video: PV. PV stands for personal volume. Every product is given a product or point value that is used in commission qualifications. Now let's take a look at each bonus. Number 1. Fast Start. Fast Start commissions are a great way to begin earning income from the very first day. Fast Start allows all wellness advocates to earn a bonus on new customer purchases. For each customer you enroll, doTERRA will pay you 20% of the PV on anything they purchase within their first 60 days. This includes their initial order. Fast Start bonus payments are made to 3 levels of enrollers. While the direct enroller of the new member earns 20% back, the next enroller up earns 10% back, and the next enroller up from there earns 5% back. Number 2, Power of 3. It works like this. If you place a 100 PV order on the Loyalty Rewards program, and 3 of your frontline achieve a minimum of 100 PV on the Loyalty Rewards program, all within a given month, and your total team volume exceeds 600 PV, doTERRA will pay you a bonus of $50. If you then help those 3 people on your first line earn the $50 bonus, then you will receive a $250 bonus. Now, if you help their teams also achieve the same $50, giving your first line each the $250 bonus, your bonus will increase to $1,500. Note that your team volume is the total combined PV of you and your entire frontline. Here's another graphic to explain. You earn $50 for your first level, $250 for your second level, and $1,500 for your third level. Number 3, Unilevel. doTERRA's main bonus is called the Unilevel Organizational Bonus. It is the most generous and unique plan available. After 60 days, all accounts are placed in a Unilevel system, and you earn an increasing rate of commission on each level down through 7 levels based on order volume. You will earn 2% on the first level and continue to earn more throughout up until the 7th level, where you earn 7%. Most other compensation plans start you out on a higher percentage rate at the beginning, and as levels deepen, you earn a lower percentage, meaning, overall, less income for you. Unlike many other compensation plans, with doTERRA, you actually make the most on the most and the least on the least. Number 4, bonus pools. Bonus pool shares are available monthly to those who rank Premier and above. Each bonus pool is made up of a percentage of the global commissionable volume for the payout month. This means that each month, the total from each bonus pools is split into equal shares, which are then paid to qualified wellness advocates. The amount that you can earn from these pools depends on the rank that you achieve in a given month. To summarize, there are 5 basic ways to generate income with doTERRA: retail profit, fast start, power of 3, Unilevel, and bonus pools. You can start earning immediately and on a weekly basis when embracing the fast start bonus. Unilevel commissions are paid out 7 levels, increasing your percentage earned the deeper you go. Dynamic compression ensures that every order pays out on 7 levels to the first qualifying uplines. Building a residual income with doTERRA is helped by a 65% customer retention rate, far exceeding the direct sales industry average. This means that once you build your business, it makes it more feasible to both maintain and grow. doTERRA's mission is to empower every individual. Our compensation plan truly rewards people with products that they want and need in their everyday life. Our mission is to change the world, one drop, one person, one community at a time.
Did you guys love that? I'm so excited about it. I hope that this will just be used like crazy and spread all over the internet, emailed to anyone and everybody that has an interest in our business model. And then when they want to know more, you can have that discussion with them and get into the nitty-gritty and the details. So we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into the compensation plan. A few things I do want to point out as we're chatting here is that first, the difference between an enroller and sponsor, because this is very important, as many of you realize. Enroller, I like to reference the enroller as that's the person that introduced the new member, customer wellness advocate, to doTERRA. They brought them into the family, right? They did the work. They enrolled them into our company, into our wellness lifestyle, right? And the sponsor is typically the same person very often, but not always. So if like in this example, if I meet Amanda, I'm her enroller, right? I brought her in, but for whatever reason, I feel like she's going to work well with Teresa. Maybe they live in the same area or have a similar background or whatever it is, whatever the reason, I can choose to sponsor or place Amanda underneath Teresa so that she'll have greater support in building her business, right? And so in this scenario, Teresa would be the sponsor, but I would still be the enroller. So it's important to know the difference because when people do enroll, they are asked that question, right? One of the great things about sponsor is the company gives us a 14-day window that if we aren't sure where we want to sponsor or place someone in our team, we can make that decision right in our virtual office in that first 14 days after they enroll. So that's a huge benefit that is not something that other companies offer. It's a doTERRA perk that's amazing. First way we're compensated. The video went through all the different ways. Retail, I'm not going to go into heavily. It's a 25% markup from wholesale, comes in your monthly commission check, and it's all done virtually. People shop on your website, then that money comes to you, or you can actually retail the product personally and collect that 25% markup right then when someone purchases the product from you. So either of those are great ways to benefit from retail. Fast Start is really amazing for helping people get some cash flow now, right? Fast Start is calculated every single week. It's paid on the new purchases made by anyone that's enrolled within their first 60-day period. So in their first 60 days of enrollment, whatever they purchase is going to get compensated up to their enroller. So whoever enrolled them is going to get 20%. Whoever enrolled that person is going to get 10, and whoever enrolled that person is going to get 5. So it's a 20-10-5 payout, happens every single week. After 60 days, so after the new member hits day 61, anything they purchase actually gets paid to you in the Unilevel plan, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, to play in Fast Start, this is very important. You personally need to be enrolled in the Loyalty Rewards program for at least 100 PV, okay? You have to have a template set up for at least 100 PV. If you don't, even if it's 98 PV, you will miss this money. And it pains me when I see that happen, and I do see that happen from time to time. And so not only for ourselves to make sure we never go below 100, but also to make sure that our new people, as they're getting started, know so that they never go below 100 as well. This is paid out every single Wednesday on the prior week's production. This is a great way to know what kind of new activities going on in your team. If your fast starts are increasing and they're going up, you know there's lots of good enrollment activity happening in your organization. If there's not a lot of fast start money coming in, well then you also know what's happening, or better said, what's not happening in your organization, right? Okay, power of three is so important and so wonderful. I love this bonus. This was very strategically put together in the very beginning, and I'm going to show you why here in just a moment. So in a nutshell, it's this. We want to create this pod, if you will, or this me plus three, we like to call it. So here's you in the middle. You, of course, are doing your own LRP order of at least 100. We recommend 150 or more just to play safe, but it has to be at least 100. And you have to have 3 frontline team members also doing the same thing. We got to have at least 600 between all of us. And any month that this picture is in place, it's a $50 bonus to you. Now, you can have more than 3 people on the front line. There's no limit, but you need to have at least 3 that are on LRP for 100 PV, and it generates this bonus. Now, this is the most important part to understand, because that is the key to all of the others. Because now if I have my 3, now we go out and we work with them to develop their 3, and when they're getting their $50 bonus, my bonus jumps up to $250. And the next step, now we're working with our 3 to help them get their $250, and when they're all getting their $250, then our bonus changes to $1,500. And that's where it starts to get really fun. Now, we have observed that this is critically important in helping new business become solid and new builders become solid. To really make that point, we need to talk about this number. And what is this number? Does anyone know? Just shout really loud at your computer. I won't hear you, but we'll pretend. This is 34%. I love that. I'll ask people, what's this number? And someone always says 34%. And they're right. That's what it is. It's actually the number, it's the total of all of the Unilevel percentages added up together. So the Unilevel is our long-term residual income. It is by far the most exciting part of our whole commission structure, of our whole plan. And it works like this. Well, first, the perspective. I love this cartoon. One person is looking at these blocks on the floor, and one person is saying that there's 4 of them, and the other person is saying there's 3 of them, and they're both right, just depending on their perspective. And that's sometimes how the Unilevel can feel. And so I'm going to bring some clarity to that for us here in a second. So here is the Unilevel bonus structure in a nutshell. And you see all of the ranks here at the top: consultant, manager, all the way up through silver, diamond, presidential diamond. And the monthly PV requirement never goes above 100. The volume requirements up through Premier hit 5,000, and then it stops there and becomes team requirement or leg requirement, right? So at Premier, we need 2 executive legs. At Silver, we need 3 elite legs. At Gold, it's 3 Premiers. At Platinum, it's 3 Silvers. And then at Diamond, it jumps to 4. And then it's 5 for Gold and 6 for Platinum. The levels of payout, you'll notice they start out as a 2 on the front level, and it's 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. I've had people come to me and be like, I only get 2% on my front line, but realize that's where the smallest number of people will be, and the largest number of people will be down deeper on the bottom, right? So it really helps if, instead of looking at your Unilevel structure like this, like you're looking down, it's a lot actually more beneficial to look at it like this, to look at it from the point of view of the order, right? The order that's been placed, and how does that work? How does that compensate up the tree? Okay, instead of down, how does it compensate up? So it looks like this. So an order is placed here at the bottom, right? And then the computer says, well, that 2%'s got to be paid to somebody. Who's the first person qualified to get that? And it pays them. And then it looks for the next person to pay the 3 and the 5, the 6, the 6, and the 7. Love, 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 love this model, because it guarantees maximum payout to all of us, right? And it builds a really solid foundational income. And I'm going to come back and give you some examples of dynamic compression here in just a second. So our focus is on creating elites. If we can get good at creating elites, you will have massive success in this business. An elite is a person that has in their entire team, the whole team, including every person, every customer, every wellness advocate, 3,000 in organizational volume. Okay, there's no leg requirements. That could be between 50 people or 5 people, right? That the number of people doesn't matter. It's the total amount of sales. And so an elite is 3,000 OV. And then when you have 3 different teams, or legs we call them, that are elite, as you see here, then you become a silver. See how this works? And then once you become a silver, you want to duplicate that in your team and go out and create 4 team leaders that also become silver. And so you can see the domino effect here, right? That's exactly what this is. So the first domino is the 3,000 elite rank. Elites lead to silvers. Silvers lead to diamonds. And a diamond is where the fun money starts, especially in the Unilevel. Okay? Now, time to administer an IQ test. Woo-hoo-hoo. Excited about this. I had this happen to me a number of years ago, and I'm going to call it my aha moment, because it was, well, that's what it was. It was an aha moment. So here you go. Looking at the structure for the power of 3 bonus. Okay, we talked about that already. The 3 by 3 by 3, right? Earn the 50, then earn the 250, earn the 1,500. If you structured it perfectly, which is never going to happen, right? It will never be perfect. Some people will order more, some will order less. Some people will have more people, some people will have fewer people. But just for a model, we got to have a model. This is 40 people if you structured it perfectly. And we're going to say that they're doing 150 PV each, which again, some are going to do more, some are going to do less. That's 6,000 PV. So that 6,000 PV is going to generate for you the $1,500 bonus. Okay, makes sense? So now what happens if we take the Unilevel part of our commission plan that we just talked about, and we average, so drop the 2 and the 3, drop the 6 and the 7, and let's just go with 5s. Okay, 5% average for easy math. How much sales do I need to generate in my team, just talking the Unilevel at 5%, to generate that same $1,500 bonus? Here's the aha. It's 30,000. 30,000 PV at 5% to make 1,500. So guys, here's the IQ test, right? Which should I focus on for quickest return on my investment of time and energy and effort in building my business? Should I focus on 6,000 PV or 30,000 PV? Now, here's the great thing. You get both. That's the beautiful part. You don't have to choose between the Unilevel or the Power of 3. The company pays you both, but I highly, highly recommend focusing here on the 6,000, right? Focusing here. Get your Power of 3 structure in place, get it solid, and it's gonna give you that income while building to a larger rank that generates even more income. Now, we have observed, we have the data. Corporate has the data. Dave Sterling and I have talked about this many times. He's talked about it from stage. I've talked about it from stage. We can actually identify the markets in the world, countries in the world that have chosen not to focus on the Power of 3 and chosen other methods of building, and they struggle. They struggle. And it's been harder to maintain momentum. So just don't go there. Okay, now some will ask, well, do I have to do one or the other? And again, it's like walking into chewing gum. You do both. Okay, you do both. But don't miss out on your Power of 3. So going back to Unilevel, of our top earners, over 2/3 of their income is from the Unilevel. I think that number might even be bigger now. And it's because of dynamic compression. Dynamic compression is the system that pays the Unilevel. It allows us to compress 7 levels into your paycheck, okay? Which is very, very exciting. Now, this is super critical. That compression is based on qualified rank, nothing else. So the computer will literally look at each order individually, this boggles my brain, and look at all the members of the upline and where that order was placed and determine, based on the qualified rank of those people in the upline, what percentage of that order should be paid to that person. Okay, isn't that amazing? So here's some examples just to kind of drive home how this works. So this is a rather simple example. So on the very bottom here is a wholesale customer who's done a 100 PV order. And then you see someone who's qualified just as a wellness advocate, a couple people without orders, then someone who's qualified as a manager, someone else that's not qualified, a director, executive, so on and so forth. So you see on the screen, this is actually 12 levels above where the order is being placed. But when you take out those that were not qualified to receive any commission, then that actually becomes your 7-level payout, as you see there. Even though on the graph, it's 12 levels of people, it's 7 levels of pay. And so it's an example of it compressing up. Let's do another one. Here we have our order again, 2% being paid to the first upline manager, 3% to that director. This is going all the way up. Our first silver or above is way up there at gold. And if you remember here on the right, you have to be silver or above to pick up that final 7%. So in this scenario, the first silver or above is that gold rank person way up there on the top. And so that becomes the 7th level. Okay, are we getting how this works? So it's just compressing up. So again here, order on the bottom, compressing up through the manager, directors, and then we have a silver at the level 8, earning the 6%, and then there's a diamond several levels above that. So as we remove the levels that aren't qualified to participate in that order, to earn from that order, you can see how now that level 12 all the way at the top becomes level 7. Final example, this one's a little bit hairier, a little bit scarier, right? A lot more people, but it's a pretty deep leg. And so we have our order here on the bottom, and you can see that you've got a number of people in there not qualified, meaning they didn't order. And then maybe you have some folks that are elite, and an elite is qualified to be paid down 5 levels, but this order is deeper than that, right? So they're not picking up anything there. And you can see that the first silver is on level 9, and then there's a diamond way up there on level 15. And so as it compresses out again, those that weren't qualified, level 7 is all the way up there at that diamond up at the top. And so it's compressing all of those commissions. If none of that made sense to you, don't worry about it, okay? It will eventually. This is the short of it. The computers, praise them, thank heavens, figure all this out for us, and it maximizes our earnings, okay? In a nutshell, right? So that we're always going to receive the maximum Unilevel commission. For those of you that want to get geeky about it and we're like, really, I want to see how this works in my team, you can go into your commission summary in your virtual office, and it will show, I have blotted out the names here to protect the innocent, right? But this is a snapshot from one of our teams just to illustrate that it will show like their name and member number on the left, and then it will show the level that they're on. That's the LVL. That's the actual physical location of where they are in your team. And then the paid level, which is the PLVL. So you can see like over here on the right, you have some 8s and 9s, and they're paid as level 7s. Okay, do you see how that works? And that's because of the dynamic compression. So if you want to get into that, you're welcome to go into your back office and discover that report and play around with that. Okay, the last thing we gotta talk about are the bonus pools. They are amazing and so beneficial to all of us because we get compensated on the production that doTERRA creates worldwide every single month. Whether you became part of doTERRA 12 years ago or yesterday, once you hit these bonus pools, you get to share in the global revenue of doTERRA and the global sales of doTERRA. So it works like this. First, the company takes 1% of the global sales, and we share that with premiers and silvers. So you're a premier, which means you have 5,000 in sales in your whole group with at least two $2,000 legs, and a silver means that you have 3 teams of 3,000 each or more, and that's what qualifies you at that rank. And then as long as you personally have an enrollment that month of at least 100 PV, then you get to share in that 1%, okay? And everyone worldwide that qualifies for that splits that 1% pool. So this is huge, guys. The next leadership bonus that we need to talk about is the leadership performance pool. It's 2% globally, split between all the silvers, golds, and platinums. each month. And so how that works is if you are a silver, you get 1 share of that 2%. If you're a gold, you get 5. If you're a platinum, you get 10. And if you have people that you've personally enrolled that hit the rank of elite that month for the first time, then you get an extra share. That's what this 1+ means. And then at the diamond and above level, the company takes 4% and shares that with diamonds, blues, and presidentials. So if you're a diamond, you get 1 share of that 1%. If you're a blue diamond, you get 2 shares. If you're a presidential diamond, you get 3 shares, okay, whatever that share value is. And then you can also earn extra shares if you have someone that you've personally enrolled as a diamond or blue diamond, someone you've personally enrolled that hits the premier rank, right? Or as a presidential diamond, someone that has hit the silver rank that you've personally enrolled and they achieve that rank for the first time, you get an extra share of those pools. And those are super exciting because those are a lot of money. Down here, each rank, diamond, blue, and presidential, have their own 1%. So 1% for diamonds, 1% for blues, 1% for presidentials. So just for being in that pool, you get 3 shares just for being at that rank. Like up here, you can earn an extra share if some of your personally enrolled people are advancing to premier and then to silver, respectively. And so what's exciting about these pools, guys, they're huge. So for an example, if we take, say the company has done $100 million in sales that month, so 1% of that is what? It's $1 million. So a $1 million pool being split by however many people are in the pool becomes a significant amount of money. So this is an exciting way to add to our compensation each month and to benefit from the global growth of the company. Now, I really appreciate this chart because it shows you what is real, what is possible, and the amount of time, energy, and effort required to achieve what you see on this chart. So you see on the left the rank and then the time commitment per week to achieve that rank, the average number of months to achieve that rank, how much time per week to maintain it, and then the average monthly income and the expected income when you're new to that rank. And I especially appreciate that because sometimes people will not realize there's a difference in paycheck based on the size of the team, right? If we have someone who's has been with the company for many years and yet their rank is the same as someone who's been with the company for only a few months, there's going to be a difference in paycheck because there's a difference in team size and difference in sales, right? And so very important to just be aware of that. And as we go to this next slide, platinum, diamond, blue, and presidential, you see here the number of hours again, the number of months required. So you see platinum is 23 months, diamond is 24, blue is 36, presidential is 48. The amount of hours per week to maintain, average monthly income, income levels when new to that rank. Look at those numbers, okay? Now, this is what's most exciting to me about all this. These are real. I know people that earn more than this. I know people that earn less than this, but these numbers are spot on, okay? They're absolutely the potential and the reality of our business model. And I'm gonna close with a statement that was made by some guy. And the statement is this: you can do this business part-time, you can do this business full-time, but you cannot, and I might add the word successfully, you cannot successfully do this business sometimes, right? It really does come down to what are we committed to in our business. And quite honestly, my friends, my observation has been this: if you want a serious run at this, supplementing your income, replacing your income, whatever it is, we got to have 15 hours a week, okay? 15 hours a week of productivity, 15 hours a week of rainmaker activities, right? Things that produce results, getting oils on people, teaching people, following up with people, educating people on all the amazing benefits. And the timing right now is greater than ever before, ever before. 12 years ago when we started doTERRA, we started in the Great Recession. People were losing their homes, people were losing businesses, everything was bleak. People told us we were crazy for starting a company during the recession, you're gonna lose everything. We put everything on the line. The owners of doTERRA put everything on the line. Those that got started in the very beginning as wellness advocates, we put everything on the line. And it was the perfect time to start doTERRA, because not only do people need our product, just like today, people need our product, right? There's no question about that. But also people need our business more than ever today, because they're looking for ways to supplement or replace income that maybe they once had. So timing right now for doTERRA 2.0 is phenomenal. So go out and grab it. Thanks for being with us today.